you see that the pound has capitulated from 166.62 all the way down to 161.90 or 162. We had in 2 weeks about 400 to 450 pips decline in the British pound. And all of you, or most of you, know this is the bias that we had, because the pound has been weak for the last structure weak in the hierarchy for the last 2 weeks, and that was primarily the plan. And right here we have no buy signals, there is nothing. And that is just, I mean, as I said, this is quite an extended move. You're looking at 400-500 pips in the span of 2 weeks, which is major. And I just want to see what this number is. This is not really a buy signal. I mean, I'm be more looking for a decline. This, I mean, there isn't much signal that we can get other than being negative or biased to the downside for the pound, but we can't really get any much of a, we don't even have a buy signal on the intraday. So what we can do, just for the heck of it, we can, if somebody wants to be a buyer, so if it gets above the 162.40, you can take a buy, and you're looking for a move to the 162.98, which is the next structure. This is the structure point, 160. $162.97. Yeah, right there, that's the structure point. 162.97. Okay, so we'll buy it above 162.40, and we're looking for the 162.97 as the where it should go and test. And if I'm going to go short, probably I will go short when it takes out the low, which is the 161.95. So it's I'm sorry, it's 160. I'm a little bit dyslexic, to 165.59. I'm sorry. So we're going to take it short below 161.46. So our short is 161.46. Our buy is going to be above 162.40. My structure long is still, you see, this was the structure point from last week. It is now going to become the structure long. And my structure short, in this case, let's see what we have as a structure short. Wow. Wow. That 159.80, I'm sure all of you remember it. This is one of the most powerful structure points that we have identified on the pound dollar. So that's it. If it comes down, it will test the 159.80, and it should do that. But if it breaks the 159.80, guys, you're looking at major capitulation. Below the 159.80, you can say that the dollar now is in a bull market. If it gets below, if the pound dollar trades below the 159.80 and the euro breaks below the other structure point, the 133, the 138.88, Those two structure points on the pound dollar and the 159.80 on the pound dollar and the 138.88 on the euro would probably signal a trend change in the US dollar. So my structure short is going to be the 159.80, and if I buy this above the 162.40, I'm going to place my stop below the market size, so it's going to be my long stop 162.10, and if I go short, I'm going to place my stop above 162. Okay, right there I'm placing my stop right there, so I'm going to place my stop on the short side above 162. Okay, so just to wrap it up, I'm going to buy above 162.40 if it does go there. My structural point above that is 162.97, so there is 100 pips above my buy point before it goes to the structure. And if I do, I'm placing my stop, I'm giving it a 30 pip stop, so I'm placing my stop below 162.10. On the short side, I'm going short below 161.46. My structure short is the big one, the big daddy, the 159.80, and when I go short, I'm risking about 50 pips on that trade because it is now going to be breaking down with big momentum, so there will be a lot of volatility, so I have to give it a little bit of room on it. Okay, that is the pound dollar.